Hey guys, happy Friday fun day. Who's ready for another fun day of online math? All right, so today we are on day 3. We are working on the area of irregular quadrilaterals. So, just like I did yesterday, I gave you guys all the formulas you're going to need. These ones are just a little more complex than the ones from yesterday. So, parallelogram is kind of the same as a square and rectangle. It's just base times height, and we'll talk about that when we get there. Isosceles trapezoid is a little bit more confusing. It is half of the height times base 1 plus base 2. And we will talk about how to plug all that in just a second. Same with a kite, it's a little more confusing. It is the distance between the first two vertices times the distance between the other two vertices divided by 2. And again, I'll go over some examples right now to show you what I'm talking about. So the first example that we are going to start with is this isosceles trapezoid. So if you remember, it's half of the height times, base 1 plus base 2. So now let's plug in these values. We have half of the height, which is 5. So half of 5 times base 1, we'll just call 4. Plus base 2, which is right here, we'll call 9. So then it's just half of 5 times 4 plus 9. So it's 2.5 times 13. And if you grab your handy dandy calculator or just get on your phone, you know that 13 times 2.5 is 32.5 centimeters squared. All you're doing for trapezoids. So half the height times base 1 plus base 2. All right, let's move on to a kite real fast. So a kite is one of these guys right here, if I don't move it all over the place. So it is the first distance times the second distance divided by 2. So d1 times d2 divided by 2. So distance 1, we're just going to call that 5. So it's 5 times distance 2, which we will call 4, divided by 2. If you plug all that in, that's 20 divided by 2. You put that in your calculator, you get 10 meters squared. That's it. It looks complicated. It's really not that hard if you know where to plug in your values. Now let's do parallelogram. Parallelogram can get a little confusing because sometimes you might get more than one value. So if we look down here, we have our parallelogram. Parallelogram is just base times height. So let's start with the base. The base is obviously the bottom portion. It is 7. So it's going to be 7 times the height. Now if you look, we have a 4 and a 5. Remember from yesterday, if it's a slant height. We are not using that to find area. So we're going to use the 4 instead. So 7 times 4, the area is just 28 units squared. There's no units on this one. So that is all you're doing today. I don't expect it to take very long. If you have questions, don't be afraid to email me. Have a great day, guys. Have a great weekend. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell.